How's it going, everybody? So we're back with the bald head sexiness, as usual. As you guys know, I shaved my head from the last video. Now, we're gonna try and get to the point a little bit quicker in this video, as well as try to stay on topic. And really what I want to talk about on this video is something I've just been seeing, not only in like comment sections of other barbers, but also with barbers who have been a part of the program, as well as people who have just been talking on the phone with in the industry. And it's this it's like the relationship with money in the barber industry is something that's like walks a very thin line, right? Which I've had, and it's like this worldview of like money, bad, right? Making a lot of money or charging a lot of money, bad. Shame on you, right? Helping people, good, right? And that associate helping people is keeping prices low. We're not charging that much, and basically. I mean, if you want to think about it, being a martyr figure, right? Being that martyr of like, I have to sacrifice my life so that everybody else can be happy, right? Which it's not helpful for anybody. In fact, it's probably more detrimental than helpful. And why this, at least idea of like in the barber industry of money is bad. And is also very skewed from like what business is. Now, there are proper reasons why people might think this too, right? I mean, if you look at literally any Hollywood movie, any story that has ever been made about, that prototypical anybody who's rich is like, anybody who makes a lot of money is evil, is bad, they're corrupt. And anybody who it's always like this character in the movie or story that's like the unsung hero of like, they come from, they're poor, they're like they have a good heart, and like they're supposed to win, right? Now, understand that's Hollywood. It's not real life. Now, there are examples in the real world where there's for sure scams, right? I think, and I was writing this up, I was thinking about like, well, it's kind of funny because a lot of people, especially like barbers, a lot of people who I've talked in the barber industry, a movie that everybody loves is like Wolf of Wall Street. Yet Wolf of Wall Street is like one of the biggest scams. Like the dude actually went to prison, right? If that doesn't scream scam, I don't know what does. And yet like everybody's like wants to be like that type of like money man. And that's like what everybody associates it with, right? But what a lot of people have to understand, that's why I mean like when I ask barbers too sometimes, like why have they never like pushed their business forward? Why have they never been wanting to grow their business? And it's more stems from like this bad relationship, or this bad worldview, I should say, of what they think money is and inside of a business, right? They think a business overall, like especially your business, that's what you are as a barber or service provider, is a business. A lot of people think that you're just there to serve, right? Which I guess like in a very like wide view or bigger view, you're like, yeah, you are supposed to serve somebody, but that's not your purpose. Like you can't just serve and then like not make money, because then it's not profitable. I mean, I've talked to a lot of barbers who were like barely scraping by month to month. And I say this too because I've been there before. I have not only been like in that position where you're barely like being able to survive month to month, but also too like this bad worldview. For me, that's why I never like raised my prices above like 16, 20 bucks when I first started. Cause I was always like, oh yeah, if you charge a lot of money, like how shame on you, right? How dare you charge anybody that much? So I actually relate with people who say that, like whether it be in like my comment section or other people's comment sections, or, just talking about anybody who actually like has a business. I was always like, shame on you. How could you ever do that type of thing? You're not you're not helping anybody out with that. And I think what a lot of barbers think about too, when I say like, why have you never grown your business? For some reason, there's like this idea of like, you take the clients that you already have, and then you just hold a gun to their head and say, give me your money. Like, I'm charging more, give me your money, right? And that's not what happens at all. Like if they don't, nobody forces anybody to pay anybody for any service. Like somebody could just say, like, you can put your prices and be like, hey, I'm charging $300 for a haircut now. And then somebody's be like, no, I don't want to pay that. Like they have free will too. Nobody's forcing anybody. So that's, I mean, it's always very surprising to me why barbers have this worldview. Now, I have a couple of, I guess, examples from my own life, and then also work with barbers inside of Elevated Mentorship, the program, where we help build barbers' businesses and help them scale. Right now we have a barber in the program. I'm not going to say his name because he hasn't publicly come out on this. He's actually said that he wants to just be more about the clientele like he's serving right now, and like have it a little bit more on the low. He's been able to make $24K a month, as well as he's been able to raise his prices up. He's going up to about 200, 225, probably the next month. So, I mean, and he's not like a bad person. Like he's one of the most genuine people I think I've known in my life. Yet, most people, when they hear those numbers, they're like, how could you? Like, who's going to pay for that? Well, people that he provides value to, right? That's what a business is. You can't generate income or money as a business if you don't provide some type of value, and the value is a problem. You find a solution to a problem, right? And you improve on that as well too. Now, like I said before, most barbers will think like this bad idea of money, like, oh, money bad, charging more bad, I can never do that, because they're so stuck in like thinking about their own clientele of like. And it's a good reason too. Like you create I used to create a very great relationship with clientele when I was charging $16-20 or so. They become like family. And so, you almost feel like, bad for charging more. And that is, I mean, I think that's a human trait too. When you create relationships with people, you're going to want to always take care of them. It's like a caretaker type of mentality. However, in a business, you're not a caretaker, right? You're not mommy or daddy to them. You are a business, and they pay you for value. Now, for me, when I first started out, my idea was like, let me think back. I thought of like, I'm charging $16-20. I take care of these people, right? And at some point later down the road, they're going to take care of me. I think a lot of barbers can relate to that too, right? At some point in time, they're going to take care of me, and they're going to reward me because I taken care of them for so long. However, 2 years down in, and that never happened, right? If anything, like people kept on abusing my business. People kept on, whether it wasn't like tipping, always just not like, there was never like, I never got saved. And it was just like that martyr figure, like always that hoping and praying, like later on down the road. And I was always wondering, like, why the fuck is this happening? Like, I thought this is what I was supposed to do. I was a good person. Like I thought I ran a good business. I created great relationships. I was good at these people, yet I was not getting rewarded. And it was kind of like a big slap in the face and a wake up call. It was like, maybe this isn't what business is, right? Maybe it's not being about being a good person. Like you have to be a good person regardless, whether you run a business or not, right? Let's get that out of the way. And I'm not telling anybody to be a shitty person or anything like that. However, that doesn't provide value, and that doesn't deem you worthy of generating more income. And I think when people can't get over that fact, they'll always stay in that like, okay, hopefully one day they're going to reward me, or like, I'll stay here and take care of them, right? I mean, if that doesn't scream martyr or like self-sacrificing, like I don't know what is. And I don't think that's wrong. I do think, however, like if you do want to be number one, or you do want to be the best, or you do want to at least grow something, that's the totally incorrect path you want to go down. And it's not something that I think is enjoyable for anybody. Like I don't think just keeping yourself at a lower level to serve people that, I don't think that doesn't stimulate any growth in any industry, right? In any industry and in any business, and I've talked about this before on a video prior, the main goal is to make money as a business, right? Because as a business, if you don't make money, you can't live. Like in today's day and age and world, like how we have everything set up in the economy, like you need to have an income and money in order to survive. And here's where like the thing starts, like a lot of things start to switch for me. If I don't survive, or I'm not making money to be able to pay bills, or even have peace of mind, I can't serve people, right? Which is what which is what I was trying to do before. But because I was just solely focused on serving people, it almost made me not able to serve people, because now I'm in like this scarcity mode. I don't have income. I don't have money. holy fuck, what am I supposed to be doing? I thought this is what I thought this is what business was. But you kind of have to start. I started thinking about it, at least, of like, well, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be optimized for, right? Now, like, cool. So you have to be able to make money. That's the goal of any business. Now, it's not like I said before, it's not like you hold a gun up to somebody's head and say, hey, I'm charging more, give me your goddamn money. Nobody's gonna do that. And I think a lot of barbers like get scared of like, oh God, they're gonna think I'm a bad person. Nobody's gonna think you're a bad person, to be quite honest. If anything, like I've always had people like be very proud of like at least how I've built my business up, and also it allowed me to help them build their business up as well too. Now, I guess the next thing is like, okay, cool, like, well, I don't want to be money hungry, right? I don't want to go down that path of being money hungry or whatever, yada, yada, yada. I think also too, I've heard some of those things from barbers prior of like, that's not how I want to be looked as. And really I think people have a poor like worldview of money. Yeah, they're gonna think of you like that because that's their whole worldview of like how the world interacts with money. That's how they think the world is set up. However, when you look at everything else outside, like just look outside, that's not how everything is built. Like it's built off of value. It's built off of problem solution based. I mean, I talked about this before too. Steve Jobs, Bezos, Musk, all those guys create incredible value, have like shaped the world literally today. Like Jobs, and I wouldn't be able to like fucking record this video without Steve Jobs, right? That's value, right? I don't mind paying. Like people, what was it? People like, when he was first coming out with the iPhone, thought it was crazy to pay $1,000. I don't think anybody has a problem with that right now. Like, hell yeah, this is useful. I need this thing, right? And that's, when you're able to at least like make an income for yourself, build your business up and generate something where you're not in scarcity mode or just like you're barely surviving. What you're able to do then is also to improve product, right? Which is like the whole idea behind this. Like you have to improve your product in order to be able to serve your customers better, serve your clients, and also stay ahead of the curve and giving more value. I hate like value back, right? But what most people think value is keeping yourself down lower, servicing people like at a lower price point, because that's not value. That's almost just, that's a self-sacrifice type of bullshit. Honestly, that's not gonna, and it's I know that's a little bit harsh, but that is a reality of like, if you are running a business, which all of us are, that's the reality you have to live with, right? Either, stay at this lower level and, unfortunately, like it's a very painful too to like be at that lower level. I mean, I remember charging $16-20. And I mean, it's very, very, it's not fun, like mentally, like you're kind of always stressed out. It's not like the best, you don't have peace of mind. You can't you probably don't have like clients that give you peace of mind that you enjoy cutting. You're probably not doing the haircuts or anything of services that you enjoy doing. And it's a very just like ground level, and nobody like elevates themselves off of that. And the biggest thing of why they don't like go up is just this worldview. They're scared that people are gonna leave because they're gonna hate them because they think they're a scam. As long as you always like improve product, provide value, nobody's gonna think that way, right? People have a messed up, fucked up worldview, and that's that's kind of how like that crabs in the bucket mentality like festers out too. And we see this a lot of times, at least when I talk to barbers who are in like smaller towns, a smaller town mindset type thing. Barbers always like, I can't charge that in my town. Well, how do you know, right? That's always the question I would rebut. Well, how do you know? Have you tried? Like, I didn't think I could charge like $150-200 in Sacramento by any means. For damn sure when I was charging $16-20, I'd never thought that. I would have thought, like, if my future self came back in time, I would have thought I was crazy. I'm like, you're crazy, dude. No, that's not gonna happen. Yet when I just focused on like those core things and understood that, like changed up the idea of what money was, what really pushed a business forward, and just actually went to work and improving product, and building things up, not really worrying about like, oh God, people are gonna hate me for this. You kind of end up at a place where you're like, holy fuck, okay, why did I think that was like impossible again? And I think a lot of people too, like a lot of barbers that I work with inside the Elevated Mentorship program, they're actually very surprised at like I mean, I think Tough, one of the barbers in the program, Tough the barber who lives in Las Vegas. I think he said one time, like, one guy, he was like bald, damn near bald up top, and he cut his hair, and I think he did his beard, and I think dude paid him like 250 some odd bucks, 250. And he's like, dude, that like kind of changed my paradigm. I didn't think people would like see value in that, but yet here's this guy who completely sees value in that for me, and had no problem paying that. And I think also too, like this money thing also like stems from like wanting to be liked, unfortunately, like not wanting to be like how can I say this, judged, because like a lot of people, like when we're in the service business, a lot of our clientele when we start out with is like family and friends, right? Which is like, it's good because it's an easy startup, but it's also bad because when we want to grow, we almost have to break away from that mold of like, fuck, I'm gonna like, most barbers have like this mentality of like, oh God, what are they gonna think of me? My family's gonna hate me. And like, honestly, I have heard like some people that like, where their family starts like, like, oh dude, you're like, it's the crabs and bucket mentality again too, right? Oh, why are you charging me? You're supposed to be like giving me the family discount. It's like, well, that's not how business works. There is no family discounts. Like, family discounts don't pay the bills. Family discounts don't like do anything else to support you and your business. Like, what do you want them to do? Like, and that doesn't make the individual who's even saying that like improve their life, right? It's just allowing them to kind of skate by at that lower level instead of like, fuck, okay, if I really want this haircut, I got to go ahead and do better for myself as well too, which I found also works. Business and like this, the relationship with money, it's about helping. It is about helping other people, and money is directly associated to the more people that you're able to help and improve their livelihood, right? And solve their problems and issues. It's not this evil thing. Yet, I think we see even like a lot of barbers who are like, I've seen even other barbers who are like higher up or just like have more influence, like say this too. They knock like the money thing, and it's like that's what a business is, and we are a business. So that's like kind of today's rant and video. I don't think I gave you guys anything of like practical things to do, right? I think this is more just like a video, just like kind of understanding like what that aspect is, what needs to change. I guess some practical things to do. I mean, what did I do for like fixing this damn thing? Really what I started doing was I started viewing money very differently, right? I didn't view people who charged a higher price point for a certain service or anything like that as evil, which most people do. Like, how could you? I started actually investing in, this is gonna sound like so fucking cliche, but investing in myself, right? And the thing is too, like, there are people who scam. There are people who do scam, but when you go ahead and start investing in yourself, are you gonna get scammed? Yeah, probably. Like, they're all out, and there are different levels of like that too. But when you do it enough and you start learning what to look for and what to look out for, like you start seeing, oh, okay, the people who actually like have a longevity type of business actually provide the most value and provide the best product overall. And it becomes very simple to like pick out, okay, cool, don't follow what this person says, because obviously their product is shitty. This person has a great product because and they're gonna win long term. And this, I would trust, of course, this person has a great product versus not great product, scam wise. And people understand this also too. Like, you see their businesses thriving because they give back to the market. It stimulates the market to go ahead and do better. And then also too, like, you need to have some type of reward as a business owner to progress everything forward. Like, if they're like, and I think that's why most of the barber industry really isn't farther ahead, because this worldview of money of like, you have to stay, like, you have to be for the people, all this stuff. And like, look, I think as a business, you still can be for the people and like be very good to people and serve people, but not at your expense, not at your livelihood expense, not at like your income expense. As long as you understand what buttons to push and, understand that too, like, what is possible as a barber. I think there's a lot of barbers who also, like, it's not just barbers and I don't want to have this idea of like, oh, only people like, in my program, go ahead and make this much. I think there's a lot of barbers who make like above 20K, 24K. I mean, even above probably 30K a month cutting hair, right? I don't think we're the only ones. I mean, like what we're doing with the program at least, and helping barbers with that is I mean, we have our structured system that honestly like gets results, but it's not like the only way. I think there's a lot of other ways. It's just, we help people. We have our certain formula of what we do, and probably somebody else does it some other way. So it's not like there's only one way to do it too. Right? So I don't think this is like something like get in my program. This is more just like, look, have a broader mind of like what money is, because to, I guess, push this industry forward again, to transform this industry, barber industry, and like really, so it's not so far behind from like, let's say, other industries that are in the service space. We need to have a better relationship with this money thing. Otherwise, all this damn info, like I hate when people say, gonna put people on or like give out free game and stuff like that, because all it does is like pass on poor information to like that next set of people to have poor initial conditions, and then they just set a low ceiling and then there is no progress. So, I would say for those of you who are maybe conflicted with this or have this, worldview of money where they think money is bad, take a different look at it, I would say, right? Don't be so close-minded off to like money is bad and people who have money are bad and charge a lot of money, or like these scam artists and evil people. Again, to most of the best, like most of the people I know that are like some of the nicest people also are like, I mean, their business is thriving. They make a lot of money because they understand how to provide value and help people. And when you help people and you get rewarded as well too, it gives a positive reinforcement to help more people. When you don't get reinforced with that, and all you get reinforced with this nice pat on the back, it's not a great reward as a human, especially when when you're whatever you're living in, you need the money in order to survive. So that is it for this video. Again, too, I might go a little bit more in depth with this one. This is more of just like kind of like a little bit of a spiel talk. Kind of going all over the place of like, what I've seen, what I've heard, and just, what I've kind of experienced in the industry, also with myself too. We might go tap into a little bit more deeper topics of like this money thing, because I do think this is something that needs to be addressed for just mindset switched, right? Because I mean, for a lot of barbers that I've worked with too, that paradigm shift and that new worldview honestly like helps them, like it like unlocks more levels. Like it's like that breath of fresh air, like, oh yeah, okay, I get it now. And they're able to go ahead and like really take off. So if you like this video, go ahead and make sure you drop a like. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this as well too. I'm gonna be back on here dropping a weekly video for a little while. I don't know how long I'll be dropping the weekly video for. We're gonna see how long this lasts. Hopefully I can get a little better structured each and every single video. It's gonna improve. Like I try, if this is your first time watching a video from me, welcome. I also do go ahead and like I make all these videos on YouTube, also a blog post. So maybe I'll make the blog post a little bit more structured. I put that up on my website, so theneweraofbarbering.com. And you can go to the resources section. I go ahead and upload a lot of downloadable tracking sheets and spreadsheets that you can go ahead and implement in your business, so you can go ahead and grow it as well too. So I highly suggest you can check that out if this is something you're interested in. And then again too, like, stay up to date. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Whether that be next week or whatever, for another video. See you guys later.